Hi guys, it's me Holly here with another video about the IB. This time I will be doing a video about the history course which the IB offers. I personally do history at a higher level and I really feel the need to tell you that it will take up a lot of your time because of the amount of content that you have to cover. But let me continue and I'll tell you how it goes. Like the whole course itself, like what you have to do. So for standard level and higher level, the only difference is that at higher level, there is a paper free in addition to the standard level papers 1 and 2, which means at standard level you only have paper 1 and paper 2, while higher level you also have a paper free. So let's begin with paper 1. For paper 1, I must tell you that each teacher is going to pick their own topic they want to study, and I highly recommend you actually talking to your teacher before choosing history to see what to see what they would like to do, like what topics they've chosen, because the IB actually offers 5 different topics for paper 1 from which teacher can choose. So here they are. So in my case, my teacher chose to do the third topic, in which we learned more about the Axis powers, Japan, Germany, and Italy in the middle of the 19th century, like towards the First World War, including the First World War as well as Second World War Two. And then we have paper 1 itself is it's a structured source paper. So if you took the IGCSEs for history, for example, it would be basically like a paper 2 but a bit longer. So basically you will be given a range of different sources on paper 1 from either one of the topics you've studied, and you will have different questions, and each question will actually specify which sources you need to use to answer them. And the last question would be like an essay based question, 9 marks, and that would you'd usually have to use all of the different sources you have available, like presented in that actual booklet. And then it is the same for standard and higher level. There is actually no difference between that. What else? Here is the actual outline for the marks of both paper 1 and paper 2 at standard level and how much they weigh of your final grade. And here is also like an image of how we have marked different points of for higher level as well, because they're different. Because for higher level you have paper 3, which would add more points, which would be differently distributed if you were in standard level. Well, now paper 2. Paper 2 is the same for higher level and standard level, only the percentage that the paper 2 itself as a component weighs in your final grade is different if you're taking standard or higher level. For paper 2 you have a total of 12 different world topics to choose, like to study, but even if it's not like a lot, don't worry, your history teacher will actually choose two of those to study like more in depth. You won't have to study all 12. You'll only like he or she will only pick 2 for you to study, and that's all you'll be doing. It would be best, that's why I think it would be best if you actually go and ask beforehand to see what you're studying or what your teacher plans on giving you for paper 2, so you make sure it's something you are passionate about and you like it. And then for the exam for paper 2 itself, you have 2 15-mark questions to answer based on the 2 topics you studied. And finally we have paper 3, which is only for higher level, so I think it would still be good to listen to this, because if you're at standard level and you're thinking of maybe doing higher level but you're not sure of it. So for higher level you will study 1 out of 4 different topics. For example, my history teacher decided to go with the history of Europe, and in there are 3 different topics we are actually going to study. We have the unification of Germany and Italy, which is considered to be just like one big topic. Then we have diplomacy in Europe, Versailles to Berlin from 1919 to 1945, and the European states in the interwar period. So these are the 3 different chapters themselves, which we will be doing in our own class. And I thought, when I went and did history, like I asked beforehand my teacher to see what we're doing, because I actually like these topics, so it encouraged me to actually do higher level, because I really want to learn more about these. Anyway, for this paper you will have to answer 3 free 15-mark questions from the topic studied. So overall, that's kind of like quite a lot of content, but this should not worry you or scare you too much, because if you like history, it should actually motivate you to learn more about it and to read more. It's not like a course for everyone. I'm not saying you should definitely go take history even if you don't like it. It's just that it's for those people who like to read and write essays, like, and you're interested about the history itself. You don't have to always like choose something just because your friend's not choosing it. Just choose it because you yourself like it. And I honestly think that with like some revision, and if you use your time correctly and study the content like moderately and consistently, it won't be that difficult to actually complete the course. And you'll see it over time will get easier because many of the topics are actually interlinked with one another. So yeah, that was the brief explanation of the history course at the higher level and the second level papers and the possible topics you would actually have to study from them. I do hope it was useful, and I'm sorry I can't give you a more in-depth explanation of all the different topics you have to choose from and to study. It's just that I in my school I don't have to do all of these, so therefore I don't have as much information on them, because we don't really have to do like all of the different topics. I would really recommend you talk to your teachers and see what they plan on doing, and then ask them to give you like a description or outline of what you're going to study, and then read about that and see if you like it. But yeah, so that was it. I hope you have a nice day, and see you later, guys. Bye.